Hey, good evening. Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com. All right, I am looking at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. That's GBTC. That's the stock trading vehicle for trading Bitcoin. I don't have a Bitcoin wallet. I actually used to, but for various reasons, I said, I'm not a Bitcoiner. And of course, what I should have done was mortgage my house and take all the money and put it in right there. But I didn't. Anyway, but I do like the way Bitcoin's trading here. I've talked about this. I've talked about this before at various times as far as how this thing is running. But what's really interesting to me is, first of all, Bitcoin itself has finally broken above 20,000, which means a lot when it's never been above 20,000. Also, there are stories that there's conjecture, or whatever you want to call it, that because Bitcoin is finally, it's not really seen as a fringe currency. I mean, hell, to be honest with you, I think the dollar is probably less, I won't say stable, but let me put it this way. I think Bitcoin has more value than the dollar just because it's all psychological. Nobody's really running it. And so I like the way Bitcoin's trading here, but what we're hearing is that we could get these large funds, these large institutions that are saying, hey, you know what? We need to have an allocation for Bitcoin. Maybe it's just 1%, maybe it's 2%, it's not going to be 10%, but maybe it's just we just need to have a little bit of Bitcoin as a part of our asset, asset allocation. And when you get a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of funds doing that, that's going to create a lot of buying pressure. And so that's really my underlying thesis for why this is so attractive now, other than just the chart. Now, this is traded on monster volume here today, which I figured it would, but this isn't really the chart that I'm looking at. If I'm looking at this chart, I'm going to get shaken out. This is the chart that I'm looking at. That was the closing bell. I was drawing this for some other thing. But so this is the chart that I'm looking at. And as I'm looking at this, I see a stock that's just starting to come. I mean, it's really getting mature here, coming out of this volatility squeeze with these Bollinger Bands expanding like this. I hate to come up with price targets, but I will sometimes, but I always qualify it in this way. It's a WAG. It's a wild asterisk guess. That's all it is a guess. So it's not the price target like you'll hear some of the fine folks on TV have a price target and they justify it however they justify it. I'm just saying this stock is in a really, really nice high momentum move, and I could easily see it. There'll be hiccups along the way, but certainly see it going to 30 and maybe even higher. So that's why I like what I'm doing here, and what I have done is I own the Bitcoin Trust here. I own the GBTC, and I bought it on this chart, and then I've immediately zoomed back out, and I'm not even going back and looking at it on an intraday chart or a daily chart. I mean, even I just want to see if this thing will get up to $40, and I will sit here and manage the swings either way. And just not get shaken out of this, because there is literally no way to value this. Therefore, you can't look, I mean, think about this. There's no way to value this as such, and it doesn't do anything. It's a currency, it's a widget. So that means that what fundamental thing, what story can hit that would crash this stock? What catalyst could there be that just causes Bitcoin to actually take a dump? I don't know what that would be. Frankly, I don't see it, but I do see the chart, and that's how we trade this. If it starts really rolling over, you don't say, well, wait a minute, what's the catalyst? What happened? What do I not know? No. If the trade isn't working for you, then you just take it off. You live and die by the price action on this type of thing. And that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of living large right now. And I hope you can too. By the way, we closed down our Baidu trade today. I tweeted about this earlier, but we closed this down for about a 40% profit in a very short period of time. And we did it safely. Like, I actually sold into strength a little bit yesterday to just to book some profits and let the rest ride. But then today, as this stock ran up to 200 and then started failing, I just decided to close the rest of the position. So this has turned out to be a really good trade for us. But here's the deal. There are others. There are other trades. So if you're not a member of Stock Market Mentor, seriously, and humbly, I invite you to join us. We're doing really, really well. I'm doing really, really well. I'm giving our members some pretty good trades, and that includes entries, stops, and trade following, and rationale for why I'm doing this. So it really is a mentorship. It's not just like trade along with Dan. So I hope that you will take advantage of the free trial. Join me for 30 days. If you like it, stick around. Awesome. If you don't like it, and some people don't, if you don't like it, then don't stick around, and it's, no harm, no foul, no hard feelings. But definitely check it out, okay? Hello, it's free. What do you got to lose? All right, see you guys later.